Yes, so we are live. So we'll go to 155. I don't know how much we have worked on 154. Any other experiences, or did you work out anything after this?
I think day before yesterday, in some during my personal life, something was not moving. Suddenly somebody is upset. Somebody telling that they have their family problem. When I was calling, during all that time, a lot of ups and downs emotionally happened. A lot of ups and downs, and everybody they have their own ego. They have freedom to discuss with me. Even me to have freedom to discuss. When things are coming out, I have seen suddenly we forget everything and we are only with the emotions. But the moment I bring this in my mind, I got a full relax, telling that what's happening around me. And during this time, okay, you told me that what I'm dealing, everything is that Manomaya or something, but you have to only worry about Annamaya during this time. I was looking myself and also the other person like Annamayakosha. Then there is no space for emotions and even thinking. It's only Annamayakosha that comes, it goes. And I heard yesterday very good one talk also, morning walk. It's about D.V. Gundappa, DVG. In Jivana Dharma Yoga, the way he has explained, he is not talking about Dvaita or Advaita or Vishishtadvaita. He is just talking about what is life, how Gita is useful life. So there he has made so many categories, and I want to buy that book and I want to read that. So interesting. He has simplified for a common man to understand Gita with respect to Jivana Dharma. So that also has helped me a lot. So now coming back to the Annamayakosha. The moment I see that as Annamayakosha about myself and about others, and both are same, I never felt any difference. And I also felt there is no need of any emotions bringing that. It is just Annamayakosha. It is just this Panchabhutas coming together, forming some shape, and then just going away. There is no question of anything. Because I don't know what has happened 100 years before, no witness, or 60 years before. I don't know similarly what is going to happen maybe after 40 years. Nothing is known. During this time, we got so much of theoretical information which is of no use. And there also, there is something called explanation of unlearning. Means to understand this life, whatever you have learned is of no use. It is all waste. Basically book knowledge. So-called science or anything for professional life we are using, it is all waste. It says clearly that with that don't deal with the life. For dealing with the life, you should have full clarity of understanding of this as per Bhagavad Gita. I think you reference given there Bhagavad Gita and Upanishad. So you try to understand about the goal, what you want to achieve in this life, and do only that. Then it is very, very meaningful life. So, and he has very clearly explained what is the moksha also. Okay, I have not gone through that part of that. Very clearly explained. He says, for doing this, you have to follow this. Like that, some very nice understanding is given. Okay, now I am switching between D.V. Gundappa's talk as well as Annamayakosha and Manomayakosha. But for me, realization is this. Annamayakosha is there everywhere with all these DVs. And then you see that as only Annamayakosha. How I look at earth, how I look at a gutter, how I look at, similarly I look at this also. Then there is no any problem in what do you call? He has used one word. See, what he has used the word is there is a water and boat example. So you have water on, and boat on water is a perfect. This is what spirituality. Now just imagine that water inside boat. It's completely from outside, reverse. Boat will sink. You just don't do that. Keep all that kind of rubbish knowledge outside. But on that you sail like boat. This is my 2 days understanding, and I could immediately control my emotions.
Very good.
I am mixed, I know, but spirituality is there everywhere.
Yeah. Lata, you have anything to share?
For me, I was just trying to do. 1 second. 1 second. Sorry. I was just trying to do it. It's not that I am successful in trying to get the body idea completely away. But then I was just looking at whatever physical work we are doing, or whatever work we are doing is actually for Annamayakosha only. Right? So you have to, whatever we are preparing food, it is for the body. You are washing the clothes, it's for the body. So whatever it is medicines, it is for the body. So, and for when you go for some place, when you go from wherever you are staying to some other place, you look for how to protect the body only, right? First, accommodation and food and water, all that thing only you check, nothing else. So everything and anything we do actually is for the body only, Annamayakosha only, is what I was thinking. And then now we have an R&D workshop in Italy in June mid. So I was just thinking, I have to go there. So can I stuff my body with food and then don't have to eat for 3 days? Is that possible? Can I direct it to take food from the other places in the body? Maybe it will do automatically, but you will not be able to do that. So somehow you are kind of stuck with this body. And also it is so delicate. You have to, because so many things were falling on my, from top, from the top of the table, the speaker fell on my leg. Then it fell on my fingers, actually, toes, actually. And then I fell down on top of it. So it's a kind of delicate body. It gets hurt very fast. And then when it hurts, it gives you trouble. So that way. So I was looking at from that point of view. It's not that, and sometimes not always. Sometimes I felt, I am dragging this body along. I'm going, but then the body is also, I have to drag it along to places. So such kind of thing I was having. But then I was reading that book, I Am That. So I was not reading so fast, but I was reading slowly. So but there's nothing to do with Annamayakosha anyway. So it's all kind of, it's all in intellect level, that book. So not actually Annamayakosha. But this is only, this much I have done. So I think it needs more deeper investigation and contemplation to really get to feel that you are not the body. Otherwise, even though you say you are not the body, and most of the times I think we are in our Manomayakosha. We don't even consider our body. But still we have that very well rooted idea that you are in the body. So to get rid of that, I guess more investigation is needed. Not whatever we are doing is not enough. It should be more continuous is what I feel.
Yeah, so that is right. So basically, for Annamayakosha only, we have to go, take leave and stay somewhere and contemplate all the time.
Correct.
Only for Annamayakosha.
Oh, only because of Annamayakosha, yes.
No, to understand Annamayakosha, we have to go somewhere else and sit. Okay.
Correct.
For other koshas, you don't require, because then you get to know how to see it. The most distracting is the Annamaya kosha, because when I see somebody
Yes.
immediately this contemplation goes away.
Correct.
And it takes you onto intellect route, which is Vijnanamaya Kosha, then Manomaya Kosha. Only in that we burn away the energy, which is the Pranamaya Kosha.
Yeah. We always dwell in these two,
Yes,
Manomaya and intellect. We don't even consider the body unless and until something is wrong with it.
correct. So what happens here is that body is then taken to be granted.
Yes.
Okay, and like you said, it is very delicate. It is so delicate, it is delicate than glass.
Yes.
Because once you fall down, it takes hours together to get back to some shape. So it takes days and weeks and all that.
Right.
And then you have to wriggle in pain. And also, like you were saying that you are seeing that dragging your body, right? So
Mm.
for contemplation, that you have to first see that you have to take this body to every kind of thing. It has grown, overgrown. You have to take this body to reduce that overgrowth. Then you have
Yes.
to bring it to exercise. You don't require exercise, but the body requires exercise, because otherwise it becomes stiff.
Mm.
And if it becomes stiff, you will come to know through the pain.
Yes.
So like that we have to keep on seeing. So I think so, if we are three of us are very serious, we should at least take a day or two off and sit somewhere and do it. This way of contemplation of what we are doing is not going to work.
Yeah, that is true. So you need. I was just seeing which day I can take off, because on the daytime after this maid goes away, there was nobody at home, so I can sit at home and do.
Yes, and no, you should take off and then close all computer, mobile, and this and that. Only contemplate on the Annamaya Kosha.
Mm.
And then only that wisdom will dawn. Otherwise, we will know it intellectually. This one I know what is there, what is a big deal.
That's correct.
And there is a big deal in understanding this Annamaya Kosha.
Yeah, you will have to realize it within, bypassing intellect.
Yes. And then it immediately leads to Pranamaya Kosha.
Mm.
You will see how much of the energy is wasted in building this body.
Mm.
And that is how we can do it. So I was wondering that what should I be doing now that I am working and doing all of these things. So I was thinking, which day shall I just sit, or if I want to sit, I want to go out somewhere, not be at home.
Mm.
Sit somewhere, and from morning till evening, don't come back. Sit there only.
Mm.
If just eating something, you just come, eat, and then again sit. Or even at home, I can tell my wife, don't disturb me, she'll not. So switch off everything and sit.
Good place is we went there, no? Kanakpura Road.
Pyramid Valley.
No, that is, see, we
Pyramid
shouldn't.
Valley.
No, we
There are
shouldn't.
places like that, small places.
No, I know that, but you know, our time will go only in this, meaning finding a proper
Yeah.
place, which is again we would be missing the Annamaya Kosha. See, I'll tell you what is going to happen. Once we start going out somewhere, you have to take breakfast. And then we have to see which is a better place. So now it is hot or cold. Then if it is too hot, it's become unbearable. If it is cold, again becomes unbearable. And in that only we can see all the pain of Annamaya Kosha, but then it will get deflected. So wherever it is, we have to do that, meaning we have to be able to contemplate on the Annamaya Kosha. This is very important. And come to the state of Purisha, which is filth. You have to see this body as filth. That means consciousness has taken over filth. It's a rag, actually. And that is a reason there is one Kannada song with that. So, Manava Mule Mamsada Vadike. So, it's basically once you see the filth only, you will get into dispassion, Vairagya. So, I don't think so. Any one of us have experienced real Vairagya. We know what is Vairagya, but we have never experienced.
Yeah, that's true.
So when we have not understood Vairagya, there is no way we can give up anything at all, because Vairagya is the primary thing. So when that itself,
Yeah,
when that's
correct. Otherwise, we will only intellectually give up, not really give up.
yes, absolutely. So first we have to take control of the Annamayakosha to a level that you are only seeing Anna in everything. It's Anna only. Food only. Everything is food. Any person we meet, any object we meet, anything we meet is only food. Either food for the mind or food for the body. Food for the mind or food for the body. Like that. So we have to cut the mind food for time being and only observe food for the body. And then when I am rubbing my, let's say, knee, there is a knee pain. Then you have to see how fragile this body is. And if some scanning report comes that so and so is less or more or this and that, we have to be able to see it like how much of this body undergoes transition. That means so many defects can appear inside the body and the consciousness is not even aware of those changes. So you have to see that. And if something is good, it's not you are good or you are bad. The body has been able to sustain that. So now you can see the blueprint which you have carried. So it is not changing by itself. It is being changed due to the blueprint what each one of us we are carrying through karma. So we will come to know through vasanas what kind of body we are carrying and why we are suffering or why we are not suffering. So like that we need to contemplate, which is not going to end up in just 1 hour or so. It has to be 14-15 hours.
Yeah, correct. Mind to settle down itself will take some time.
Yes, absolutely. So we are not doing in a proper way is what I was thinking.
And I was also thinking. So on Saturday I tried to do, and then on Sunday I didn't, because I knew that I am not doing in the right way.
Yeah. So this way of our working is not going to lead anywhere. Meaning it is not really waste, but it doesn't lead to where we are supposed to be heading. We are only memorizing the path, but we are not walking on the path.
Yeah, yes. So we are reviewing the path. That's it.
Yes.
In the mind.
Exactly. So we are totally hooked on to Vijnanamayakosha. That's all.
Correct. It's very strong.
Yes. So we have failed in our attempt to understand Annamayakosha. Today is the 4th day or 5th day of talking on this subject. 154 shloka. We have not proceeded.
Yeah, that's true.
We have
I
stayed.
have something to share.
Yes.
Yesterday, I visited my house constructed by an architect, engineer. He is Keralite. So his home, I visited after 15 years to invite him for wedding. He is also helping me for all that coordination of land mandap and all that. So that person, I saw one Kannada book called Sandeshamrita. It is written by Bhagavan Sri Subbraya Maharaj. He is an ordinary person, and I think he is from Shirsi side. In Bangalore, he was spending time with his disciples. And he was exactly from 16/12/05 to 5/12/06. It's almost 1 year. He was completely in Ekant Guhavasa. And then he got that prerana inside, and from there he used to write something, Sandesha, and he used to send to his Shishyas. And they have put all that. It is not a great, what you call in terms of beautification of the article, but the message is very clear. It's called Sandesha Amrita. I saw Kannada book in his home, and he said, please take it. Suddenly it happened. And he cannot read Kannada, but his wife, I think, can. She learned by teaching through Parvati. And his daughter is also that Ayurvedic, and then she has done MD. She is a gold medalist. I knew them from their childhood. So I will just read that out, whatever is written there. It's very interesting for me. Regarding Panchakoshas, suddenly I saw that I was reading this. So I will read it in Kannada. So it says that Gurudevo Ganeshasya Vanicha Sadhastatha Antastam Devamaradyam Sarvam Me Trinandanaha. It is about now his message on Panchakosha. ಸಾಧಕರಲ್ಲಿ ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಗಿ ಅಭ್ಯಾಸದ ಕೊರತೆ ಕಂಡು ಬರುತ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಒಂದು ಸ್ಥಿತಿಗಾಗಿ ಪುನಃ ಆಲಸ್ಯವಿಲ್ಲದೆ ಮಾಡುವ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನವೇ ಅಭ್ಯಾಸ. If you want to put it in English, you can do that. I'll read one full para. ಅಭ್ಯಾಸೇನ ಚ ಕೌಂತೆಯ ವೈರಾಗ್ಯೇನ ಚ ಗ್ರಹ್ಯತೆ. ಅಭ್ಯಾಸದಿಂದ ಮನಸ್ಸು ಒಂದು ತತ್ವದಲ್ಲಿ ನೆಲೆಸುವ ಸ್ಥಿರತೆ ಪಡೆಯುವುದು, ಪುನಃ ಅದೇ ಮಾಡುವುದು ಎಂದು ಕೆಲವರು ಬೇಸರ ಪಡುವರು. ಆದರೆ ಪುನಃ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ್ಯೂ ಇನ್ನೂ ಅಭ್ಯಾಸ ಸಾಲದೆ ಆ ಸ್ಥಿತಿ ಪಡೆಯಲಿಲ್ಲವಲ್ಲ. ಪಡೆಯುವವರೆಗೆ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ನಡೆಯಲೇಬೇಕು. ನಿರ್ದಿಷ್ಟ ಸ್ಥಳ ತಲುಪಿದ ಮೇಲೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ನಡೆಯುವುದಿರುವುದಿಲ್ಲ. ಯು ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಲೇಟ್?
ನೋ, ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಓಕೆ.
ಓಕೆ. ಆದರೆ ಈಗ ಜನ್ಮ ಮರಣಗಳು ಅಭ್ಯಾಸವಾಗಿ ಹೋಗಿವೆ. ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಾರಬ್ಧ ವ್ಯಯವಾಗುವಾಗ ಒಂದು ಜನ್ಮ, ಈ ಜನ್ಮದಲ್ಲಿ ಗಳಿಸಿದ ಕರ್ಮದ ಸಲುವಾಗಿ ಮತ್ತೊಂದು ಜನ್ಮ, ಅನುಭವಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ಕರ್ಮ ಮತ್ತು ಕರ್ಮ ಫಲಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ಪುನಃ ಕರ್ಮ. ನೀರಿನಲ್ಲಿರುವ ಒಂದು ಸುಳಿಯಿಂದ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಸುಳಿಗೆ ಹೋಗುವ ಪ್ರಾಣಿಯಂತೆ ಈ ಜನರು ಒಂದು ಜನ್ಮದಿಂದ ಇನ್ನೊಂದಕ್ಕೆ ಜನ್ಮಕ್ಕೆ ಶೀಘ್ರವಾಗಿ ಒಯ್ಯಲ್ಪಡುತ್ತಾರೆ. ಆದರೆ ಶಾಂತಿ ಮಾತ್ರ ಹೊಂದುವುದಿಲ್ಲ. ಕೋಟಿ ಜನ್ಮಗಳ ಪುಣ್ಯ ಫಲದಿಂದ ಕರುಣಾಮಯನಾದ ಸದ್ಗುರು ಸಿಕ್ಕರೆ ಆಗ ಮಾತ್ರ ಅವನು ನಮ್ಮನ್ನು ಈ ಸುಳಿಯಿಂದ ಪಾರು ಮಾಡುತ್ತಾನೆ. ಸುಳಿಗೆ ಸಿಕ್ಕುವ ಪ್ರವೃತ್ತಿಯನ್ನು ಶ್ರೀ ಗುರು ಬದಲಿಸುತ್ತಾರೆ. ಆತನು ಒಂದು ಕ್ರಮದಲ್ಲಿ ಸಾರವೆಂದು ತಿಳಿದಿರುವ ಸಂಸಾರದ ಆಸಾರವನ್ನು ತೋರಿಸುತ್ತಾನೆ. ಅವಲಂಬನಾದಿಗಳಿರುವುದು ಮುಖ್ಯ ವಸ್ತುವಾದಾಗಲಾರದು. ಪುರುಷನ ಶರೀರ ಅನ್ನದಿಂದ ಆಗುತ್ತದೆ. ಈ ಅನ್ನವು ಪೃಥ್ವಿಯ ನೀರಿನಿಂದ, ನೀರು ತೇಜಸ್ಸಿನಿಂದ, ತೇಜಸ್ಸು ವಾಯುವಿನಿಂದ, ವಾಯು ಆಕಾಶದಿಂದ, ಆಕಾಶವು ಪರಮಾತ್ಮನಿಂದ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಇನ್ನೊಂದರ ಮೂಲವಾಗಿರುತ್ತದೆ. ಪರಮಾತ್ಮನ ಹೊರತು ಮಿಕ್ಕಿದ್ದೆಲ್ಲವೂ ಮೂಲವು ಬೇರೆಯೇ ಇದ್ದು ಅವೇ ಮೂಲಗಳಲ್ಲ. ಮೂಲವಿಲ್ಲದ್ದು ಮೂಲವಲ್ಲ. ಅನಾದಿಯಾದ ಸದ್ವಸ್ತು ಮಾತ್ರ ಎಲ್ಲಕ್ಕೂ ಮೂಲ. ಅದೇ ನಮ್ಮ ಸ್ವರೂಪ. ಹೀಗೆ ಈ ಗುರುವು ಮೂಲಗಳನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ನಿರಾಕರಿಸಿ ಮೂಲವಿಲ್ಲದ ಮೂಲವು ನೀವೇ ಎಂದು ಅರಿಯುವಂತೆ ಮಾಡುತ್ತಾನೆ. ಅವನೇ ಆತ್ಮಜ್ಞಾನವನ್ನು ಕೊಡಿಸುತ್ತಾನೆ. ಒಂದಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದು ಆತ್ಮವು, ಸಾರವು, ನಿಯಂತ್ರಕವು. ಆದರೆ ಮೂಲವೆಂಬುದೇ ಇಲ್ಲದ ಆತ್ಮನು ನಮ್ಮ ಸ್ವರೂಪ. ಪ್ರಪಂಚದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನೆಂದು ಗುರುತಿಸಿಕೊಳ್ಳುವುದು ಸ್ಥೂಲ ದೇಹವನ್ನು. ಹಾಗಾದರೆ ಅದು ಆತ್ಮವಲ್ಲವೇ? ಆತ್ಮವಂತನಾದ ಆತ್ಮ. ಅನ್ನಮಯ ಕೋಶ. ಅನ್ನರಸದಿಂದ ಉಂಟಾಗುವ ಶರೀರವನ್ನು ಅನ್ನಮಯ ಕೋಶ ಅಂದರೆ ಅನ್ನಮಯ ಆವರಣ. ಆ ಆವರಣವು ತಾನೇ ನಿಜವೆಂದು ಕಾಣಿಸಿಕೊಂಡು ಸತ್ಯವು ಕಾಣದಂತೆ ಮಾಡುತ್ತದೆ. ಈ ಉಪನಿಷತ್ತು ಅನ್ನಮಯಾತ್ಮನ ವರ್ಣನೆಯನ್ನು ಹೀಗೆ ಹೇಳುತ್ತದೆ. ತವ ಏಷ ಪುರುಷೋನ್ನ ರಸಮಯ ತಸ್ಯೇದಮೇವ ಶಿರಃ ಅಯಂ ದಕ್ಷಿಣ ಪಕ್ಷ ಅಯಮುತ್ತರ ಪಕ್ಷ ಅಯಮಾತ್ಮ ಇದಂ ಪೃಚ್ಛಂ ಪ್ರತಿಷ್ಠಾ. ಎಲ್ಲ ಜೀವಗಳು ಅನ್ನರಸಮಯವೇ. ಆದರೂ ಪುರುಷನನ್ನೇ ಎತ್ತಿ ಹೇಳಲು ಕಾರಣ ಅವನ ಪ್ರಾಮುಖ್ಯತೆ ಅಥವಾ ಪ್ರಾಧಾನ್ಯತ್ಮದಿಂದ ಕರ್ಮಜ್ಞಾನಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಅವನೇ ಅಧಿಕಾರಿಯಾಗಿರುವುದರಿಂದ. ಈ ಶರೀರದಲ್ಲಿ ತಲೆಯೇ ಪ್ರಧಾನಾಂಗವು, ಎಡಬಲಾದಿ ಬಾಹುಗಳು ಮಧ್ಯಭಾಗ, ಕೇಂದ್ರ ಅಂದರೆ ಆತ್ಮ. ಎತ್ತಿನ ಬಾಲದಂತೆ ಕೆಳಗೆ ಇಳಿದಿರುವುದರಿಂದ ಕಾಲು ಪ್ರತಿಷ್ಠೆಯು, ಅದರಿಂದಲೇ ನಿಲ್ಲುತ್ತಾನೆ. ಅನ್ನವಿಲ್ಲದಿದ್ದರೆ ಈ ಶರೀರವು ಕಾರ್ಯ ಸಮರ್ಥವಾಗದೇ ಇರುವುದು ಕಂಡುಬರುತ್ತದೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ಅದೇ ಮುಖ್ಯವೆಂದು ಗಣಿಸುತ್ತಾರೆ. ಇದು ಮಾಯೆಯ ಸ್ಥೂಲ ಹಾಗೂ ಮೊದಲನೆಯ ಆವರಣ. ಅನ್ನದಿಂದಲೇ ಪ್ರಾಣಿಗಳು ಹುಟ್ಟಿ ಅನ್ನಕ್ಕಾಗಿಯೇ ಬದುಕುವುದು ಕಂಡುಬರುತ್ತದೆ. ಅನ್ನದಿಂದಲೇ ಬೆಳೆಯುತ್ತಾನೆ. ಈ ಕೋಶವು ತಿನ್ನುತ್ತದೆ, ತಿನ್ನಲ್ಪಡುತ್ತದೆ. ಅದ್ಯತೇತಿ ಚ ಭೂತಾನಿ ತಸ್ಮಾದನ್ನಂ ತರುಚ್ಚತ ಇತಿ. ಅನ್ನಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ಮಾಡುವವನು ಅನ್ನವನ್ನೇ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿನದೆಂದು ತಿಳಿದವನಾಗಿರುತ್ತಾನೆ. ತನ್ನನ್ನು ಶರೀರವನ್ನು ತಿಳಿದಾಗ ತನಗಿಂತ ಪೂರ್ವದಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುವ ಅನ್ನವನ್ನು ಬ್ರಹ್ಮವೆಂದು ತಿಳಿಯುತ್ತಾನೆ. ಇವನನ್ನು ಆತ್ಮನೆಂದು ತಿಳಿದರೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಕಾಣುವುದಿಲ್ಲ, ಕಾರಣ ಅವನೊಳಗೆ ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ಬನಿದ್ದಾನೆ. ಇದು ಅನ್ನಮಯ ಶರೀರಕ್ಕೆ ಆತ್ಮವು. ಈ ಆವರಣ ಸೂಕ್ಷ್ಮವಾದದ್ದು, ಅದನ್ನು ಪ್ರಾಣಮಯ ಕೋಶವೆನ್ನುವರು. This is very close to your explanation.
Yes.
But they have changed the Sandeshamrita that now this is coming back to Vivekachudamani, this sloka, right? The way he has explained. He has brought Samanvaya now. Veda, what it says, Annamayakosha, Veda means Upanishad, and suddenly he jumps to Chudamani kind of message here. That means in one avarana there is another, below that another, below that another. And he says, don't see that it is as you. You are on that, all these Panchakoshas are sitting. That way he is explaining. So for me, it gives a feel, this Sandeshamrita, because of 1 year complete silence, this guy realized the way what you are telling now, he has done for 1 full year. He never spoke to anybody, he was inside a cave. And that to a person from Karnataka.
Yeah, it is good. So we need to do something like that. At least for a day, we need to meet somewhere and sit the
Yes.
whole day.
You should practice that. You need a practice for that.
Yes.
Sitting like that for such a long time. Maybe initially a couple of hours, and later on you have to expand to days.
No, there's nothing called initial and final. You have to make a determination that you're not going to get up. Bring your water bottle also along with you. Whenever you feel thirsty, look at that you are not feeling thirsty. The body has exhausted water. So then you have to have karuna on the body. And then you are refueling it. That's all. Then the body asks for food. You just give food. Don't give anything other than food. Meaning, don't give it like saying that I'm giving idli or vada or dosa or this or that or something like that. That will be again Vijnanamayakosha. You should consider food as food only. Is it possible? That's what we need to practice for the whole day. And you shouldn't taste anything. Not that there is no taste in the food, there is. But Jada doesn't taste anything. Then you get into Vairagya. Then you will see the Purisha in the mouth itself. See, I am able to enjoy coffee not because coffee is good, because coffee tastes good in my mouth.
Yes.
So what I should do, if I am addicted to coffee, I need to spit my saliva inside the coffee and smell it. Immediately you will throw it out.
Then it is not coffee.
I know it is my own saliva, right? But do I love my
Once it is out, you cannot go back.
Yes, so that's a practice I need to do to come out of the addiction.
What happens the moment, see, saliva is anna, the moment it comes out, when it goes back, there is no jiva in that.
Yes.
Why that feeling happens?
Because it is dead. It loses life. And you come to know that it is dead.
Mm.
Just like phlegm. Phlegm is made out of the same water, what is
Yes.
inside, right? But when it comes out, you don't feel like touching.
Yeah.
Right? Same thing with urine, same thing with sweat, same thing with feces, same thing with everything which comes out of a hole. You will not like it because it is filthy. Mala. Because it doesn't have any rasa, it doesn't have any sara, essence. So nobody can take it inside. Same thing with vegetable. The moment it loses sara, it's going to smell, stinking smell. I'll give another example which happened on Saturday. Okay, my neighbor downstairs, they have brought this this cow dung for putting to the plants. So they had brought it some weeks ago. Due to heavy rain, it had collected water. And it has become so stinking smell, the whole building was smelling. And this lady, she has brought it, so she's so worried. She cannot stand in front of it. And if you look at the cow dung, the dung is made out of cow, what it has eaten. It has removed the essence, and that is coming from the back, which has been collected and it has been stored. So they had dried it and they had given it to these people who then wanted to use it as a manure, but they had put it in a plastic can. Then because of the water, it became wet and all the purisha came out. Now that is anna. So can I meditate on that, sitting in that place with that stink, till I get into vairagya? Can I do that? Or can I go to a hospital where somebody is in such a pain and from every given hole one or the other fluid is coming or removing? Can I sit in somewhere near that and watch and meditate? Then I should get into disgust. Of the filth I am carrying. That will lead to vairagya. So the reason of doing Annamayakosha is to drive home vairagya. So this is the, we will not remember to do it. So we have to really do it. After this meeting, after this our discussion, we are back in whatever form we are in. We'll forget all about it.
It's like it's like that we have to escape the gravity. So you have to escape this pull of the senses. So that force has to be there.
Yeah.
So it will again and again pull you back without you knowing.
Yes, absolutely. Because we are habituated to see in this way.
Correct. So I think whatever Bhatt was reading, is all patterns of mind. I don't know whether I understood rightly in when you started. All these patterns. You have the patterns repeat and repeat. Even the birth and death also is a habit. You continue that.
Correct. We are
Yes,
only.
correct.
No, we are so happy of birth that when death happens, the birth has to happen anyway.
Correct. So, and what we do is also like a pattern, right? The same things we repeat.
Yeah.
Similar kind of things repeat. And whatever your thoughts are also the same patterns. So, everything is that pattern. So, you are nothing but those patterns of thoughts and habits.
Yes, it's only habits only. So that is the reason we have enough vasana to get into the next life.
Yeah, we already have how not next life. I don't know, next 100 lives we can live with this vasanas.
And we are so happy to be there.
You're so happy to be there and you don't mind doing the same thing again and again.
Yes. See, now we just now said that science and technology and all this is waste. Fine. Now, what do we want to do with that? We'll hear and we will continue whatever we are doing.
Yeah, we still want to have the next iPhone. We want to use those functionalities and all that. We'll go behind that for sure.
Yes. Then I will also say that it's a waste of doing all of this, but I'll be exactly doing the same thing.
Yeah, correct. So I think we have trouble staying in Annamayakosha. We run to Vijnanamayakosha and Manomayakosha always.
Yeah, so I wanted our approach to be different. We shouldn't go to any other kosha unless we have really understood Annamaya kosha.
Yeah. So till May end, we are doing this only, right? So we'll be
At
forced to
least
discuss the same thing, but still
minimum.
we are using our intellect to discuss.
Yes. So I was thinking, when are we going to talk about Annamaya kosha? All that we have spoken right now
Is Vijnanamayakosha.
is Vijnanamaya kosha only.
But you have the Vairagya, right, Vilas?
I have the Vairagya to what level I am able to see. I need to work out. That much I can say. This is not that I don't, but it is not sufficient enough to not have rebirth.
Yeah, correct.
See, the difference between me and you, what I think is that I know the subject you don't know, but that doesn't really lead anywhere. So I don't want a blind leading the blind.
Yeah.
So today morning I was reflecting upon that. Okay, so we have to come to the fourth line in the 154. Na ayam swayam bhavitum arhati nitya shuddha. Even for a moment, this body cannot remain pure.
Yeah, that's true.
So when will I get disgusted? I don't think so. I have reached a stage of full disgust.
So I think I still remember you mentioned that when you had that out of body experience, when you look at the body, right, you feel disgusted. What kind of thing is that?
Yes. And you don't want to come back.
You don't want to come back. So that itself is enough to get a Vairagya, no, Vilas? So for you.
I know, but it get distracted, right? I am feeling that distraction is still there in a subtle way, not in a day-to-day affairs or anything. I am not seeing it. Even with the most what I can say argumentative state of in the office or wherever, let's say, that doesn't come. But yesterday, while reflecting, I found out that there is still subtle impressions, which is not Vairagya.
Mm. Yeah, so I was also thinking if I also could get that kind of out of body experience, then you would know for sure you are not the body.
Yes. No, you don't have to get into out of body experience, Lata. What we need to get is you have to see the filth that we are missing.
Yeah, that is fine. So that is one part of it. So even after getting out of body experience, still the vairagya is not fully dawned, is what you are saying.
Yes.
So, but there is one level if it could happen.
No, that is correct. See, I don't deny. See, now you can't do an forceful out of body experience to see
Yeah, it
how
has to just slip out. Now you can't force it. Like you slip into awareness, it has to slip.
yes, it has to slip. So now that is not possible. So what is possible here is when you have an out of body experience, you will see the filth. It's like
Yes.
sewage.
Yeah, you will see for sure.
And then you have to see that while living right here,
When living
right now.
inside the body, correct? That's
Inside
true.
the body, it is filth. Now I am not able to see the filth all the time.
Mm.
And that I watched yesterday, and I am really annoyed at myself. That means with all of this also it is there.
Yeah, that's what I said. This gravity. See, you may have that realization deep. Okay, this is what it is, but still it will cover up.
Yes, so the moss is so bad that I thought I need to do something from today, this morning. Yesterday night I was reflecting, felt that there are a lot of flaws still. So today morning I took like a oath. I need to get this out.
Yeah, you need to get that escape velocity.
Yes.
So because it will again pull you back. That's why it is difficult. Otherwise, a lot of people would have been liberated by now.
Yeah. So I'm not worried about realization. I'm worried about liberation because it's of no use. Basically, with this filth, I'm feeling so happy. So I'm wondering that if filth can make me happy, then what else can make me happy? I mean, what else can I teach myself?
Mm.
So I have to do something.
Yeah, so I think the only way is like to deeply sit and contemplate. That's the only thing. And then the realization has to dawn.
Yes.
It can dawn, it cannot dawn. So
it again depends on the clarity. So if I'm getting clarity, which I am getting, so I was thinking that I will sit and watch this body for the whole day. Yesterday I missed it, so that means it is still not become second to nature.
Right.
So it is sidetracking. In fact, yesterday I've given a sermon in the morning when I had gone to GKVK to my friend, looking at the bodies and looking at the road, and he was asking me that why you don't come to club and you don't have to drink, you can sit in that place. I was telling him that those places the energy level goes down, I shouldn't be doing that and all that. And by night I see that I myself is in a filth, but I don't see the filth. What a stupid way of explaining to people. And I was telling him, look, I have got students, and if the teacher himself is flimsy, then what's the point in teaching? So yesterday I gave him around 1.5 hours of walk and 1.5 hours of sermon. That poor fellow, now he felt that there's no point in talking to him. So I told him I'm not going to come to any club or anywhere. If we want to meet, we can meet any other place except for meeting in the club. We have one club here, Lata, where I used to be a member some years ago. And then it's a very nice club. And then as I find that even with the smell of alcohol or the serving of alcohol, the energy level goes down. Now, not that I'm going to drink, but it doesn't matter whether I drink or don't drink. The place itself will remove that sanctity.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, so what is it, Shama, Dhamma? You should be keeping away from such kind of places.
Yes, absolutely. So then, how much ever I told him that, look, this road doesn't lead there. I showed him also, saying that, look, there is a dead end. What will you do? You'll either turn right or you turn left. Will you ever keep on waiting that, oh, this is a dead end, one day that road will come? So I said to him that going to club or anything entertainment center is like that.
Yeah, so those are all distractions of the mind, and that will keep you away from.
Seeing the
See,
reality.
actually, my daughter, no, every now and then she says, "Okay, let us watch a movie together." So, but then I can't avoid. So I watch, but it's a kind of a distraction. Even though I am very cautious, and then try to be aware of that thing in the background, but still, it is a distraction.
It is not only distraction, it will reduce your energy level.
Yeah. So, but then anyway, I every now and then she comes, so I have to humor her. So I'll sit and watch along with her, and I can't simply not pay attention because she'll ask questions, she'll discuss. So I
Yeah,
need to pay attention.
yes, yes, yes. You are in a very precarious position, I know. But but what I'm
Yeah,
yeah, all of
but uh,
these.
but but anyway, I think I am pulling her towards spirituality, and she is telling me, and I didn't know her. She is seeing YouTube videos about Hindu culture and all that, and then she's going and discussing with her friends. And then she told me that my mother is influencing me a lot. Is what she's telling her friends. So she is getting pulled.
Good. Very nice. The sooner she gets pulled, the better it is. So I think our practice is not there. Our theory portion is very good. We have almost finished Jivan Mukta level. So we can be happy about it. But then our practice is nowhere to be found.
I was also thinking now. From my point of view, if I see, I can say that Shravana is completed.
Manana
Okay,
is yet to
so
start.
Manana maybe is little bit here and there has been done, but that's not that thorough which has been done. So you
Nididhyasana
need
is
to.
zero.
Nididhyasana is not at all there.
Yes, it's not at all there.
So Manana itself we are not able to do because we don't get how to do that. See,
Correct.
sometimes I get the deep contemplative mood, investigative mood, and then you can go. And I can also see that as much of effort you put, that's the result you get. So if you're not able to put that one pointed effort, the results will not come.
Correct.
But if you are able to do that, I have seen it. So I understand when they say you have to put the effort, and nobody else can put effort on your behalf. But how to do investigation, in which way we need to contemplate, all that you may be saying some things, Vilas, but then it doesn't happen that way. So
Yeah.
we need to soak in it. I don't know how to do that.
Yes, so the soaking in it is that we need to cut the body in separate parts and see it where you are getting connected. So for that we require to spend good amount of time, either done together. So that's the reason what they do is they always say that you need to be there together with the teacher.
Yeah, because then you will not be any time out of that contemplation.
Yes, so the teacher should be with the student and the student should be with the teacher, and all the teacher and the student will contemplate, and that becomes sahana bhavatu, sahana bhunattu. So that will
Yes.
happen. Otherwise, we are literally fooling ourselves with the way we are doing today.
Yeah. So the only thing which I nowadays I'm not doing that also, that going back to that I sense.
Yeah.
So you can make out when you are doing the observations, if you are really in the intellect level, then you will not get that blissful feeling, how much ever you try.
Exactly, because it will cover up.
And it will cover up, and you can make out. But if it is in the real self, immediate bliss and opening of the heart happens. So
Correct.
this much I could differentiate. Before I could not even differentiate these also.
Yes, so if you want to be there in that all the time, we need to cut the body into 100 parts and see whether anything is independent over there and whether anything called as life exists in that, and then get a disgust of it, Purisha. Should get disgusted completely from head to feet. I don't think so. I myself is in that.
Yeah, correct. You see, once you do that, then the other things would be pretty fast.
Yeah, it is. That is the beginning, and once you make the beginning, end is easy. I'm not saying that I'm totally a failure, but what I'm saying is that this subtle impression still exists. So it means there is lot more to do than what I'm
Yeah,
doing.
it is like I still remember that plant growing videos you asked me to watch, right? The
Yeah.
seed and then becoming a plant. Then from there I went up to the black hole. So same thing with us also, right? So our vasanas are the seeds. So those tendencies give us those kind of bodies will grow around us. So you keep giving seeds, then this body will go, and then again those seeds are remaining, so another body will grow.
Exactly.
Like
on
that it goes.
Yes, on that only it will start growing.
Yeah. So this is so that is where we have to cut, and this body is also grown because of that seed, that vasanas,
Yes, absolutely. See,
and that vasanas are there very strong in us even today. So you will again, I feel I will get a similar kind of a life next life also.
yes, beyond doubt, you will be happy with everything being there. That's the only benefit we all have got by doing all of this. But we are far away from what Shankara is asking us to do. We are very far away.
Yeah. I don't know. So far, I can't. Light years away, probably.
Unless we do something different, we can't get any better result.
And I was also reading this Nisargadatta. Oh, he is totally in that. There's no doubt about it. The way he answers the questions, the kind of provocative questions people ask, it's all question answers.
Correct.
So he talks about the worlds you create in your mind. So he says that it's your private world. And you are creating that world, destroy it. So in his world, he said everybody is welcome. And there is only him is there in his world, nobody else. So see the way, in what heights he is talking about. And and then only in the now. So that's a good book. So you can see his heights, and the people who are asking questions are also at pretty advanced levels. I can make that also. But he is in some total different level, and the way he puts it across is so simple. His guru said, "You are that, I am," and he just believed it. That's all he did. Nothing else. No other scriptures. Nothing. He just believed and trusted his guru, and left all the other things away. So that mind would have been so mature to just pick it up, right?
Right.
So we have been hammered, and still we don't get it.
Yeah, the only thing that has happened now is that we are at 9:30.
Oh,
All
9:30. My God.
intellect. We are strongly in Vijnanamaya-kosha.
Yeah. Now it is 9:30. We have to jump into meetings, and there ends the matter.
No, it doesn't end. It still continues in the Vijnanamaya-kosha, for me at least.
No, for everybody. So there ends the matter. Yes, that is Annamayakosha. Then what begins is the Vijnanamayakosha, and forever.
Yeah, correct. We are so much identified. So that's why Shankaracharya is so right. That's the root of everything. So pluck that out.
And that is a GV.
That's a GV, correct.
Anyway, best of luck for all the three of us. We'll meet tomorrow in the office. Flesh and blood.
Yeah. A pleasure, but Annamayakosha.
Annamayakosha. Okay. All right.
Okay, see you.
See you. Good
Bye.
day.
Yeah,
Good day. Bye.
yeah, see you tomorrow. Bye.